And to this day, mamas, I don't like you. Period. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, what's up, what's good? It's your girl Zero, and I am back with another freaking video. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. As y'all can tell by the title, I am back with another story time, okay? Yes, a story time, and this one is good, okay? Like, the girls, y'all gonna love this one. Tuh. We have an install sponsor for this story time, okay? Shout out to Klaiyi. I think I'm saying that right, okay? You guys, I'm not even gonna keep saying it in case I say it wrong or whatever. Klaiyi. I think that's Klaiyi. Oh. Y'all, thank you so much for sponsoring this video. So first, before we even start anything off, we're gonna go in with my hair drops. Y'all see the mix. Nice and clean, okay? We are going to go in with my Dr. Miracle hair drops, okay? It has your scalp feeling like real minty and like, let me tell y'all the title of this story. I'm pretty sure y'all already see the title of the video, but this story time is going to be about my first semester freshman year roommate, okay? I thought this girl was poisoning me, y'all, and not just me, my family thought so too. Like, I don't really want to talk about sis, but no hard feelings. Sis was a weirdo. Like, at first, let me show y'all the hair and let me tell y'all which hair that I had sent to me, because this hair is so freaking cute. This hair is the Klaiyi, whatever, honey blonde highlight pre-plug 13x4 lace front wig, ombre color long curly human hair wig, 180% density. Very cute, okay? It gives for the girls. I already named this wig. I named her Beyonce, because y'all, so I already bleached, I already plugged, I already washed. I did all of that last night. Y'all seen me do that a good 3 times already. No need to keep showing y'all. Okay, hold up. This is the hair. Don't really need to be wet, but I just want to show y'all what it gives, because this is Beyonce. Yeah. I introduced to you Beyonce, okay? Boom. This how we start in freshman year, first semester. We moved in August, what, like 15th or whatever? So I find out my roommate name was blah, 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 blah. We're gonna name her, oh my God, what are we gonna name her? What we gonna name her? My close friends said Alicia, Mercedes, Tasha, Tia, Lisa. I don't even know what to call this girl. Tasha, Tisha, Tia. Let me stop playing, because y'all don't want to know what time it is. All right, we can do Tia. We're gonna do Tia, okay? Boom, her name is Tia. We get to school in August or whatever. Meet my roommate. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Zayla, your roommate name is Tia. Da, da, da. Tia to Zayla. Boom, 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 boom. Right? So it was on some, like, everybody know, like, freshman in college. Not even just freshman. When you go to college and you about to be away from home, you make the side of your room look homely, right? Like, you set your room up, because bro, you about to live here for a year. You might as well, like, get with it, get to it or whatever. So y'all know me. Do I even have a picture? If I find a picture of how I set up my my side of the room, I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna put it on the side of the screen, right? So move-in day, it was me, my mother, my father, my grandmother, my little sister, and my little cousin, and I think my grandfather too. Bro, The gang was outside. That's all that mattered. The gang was outside. I had a graduation party. So for my graduation party, y'all see how I got this, right? This started from my graduation. Big pictures and posters of me. I had one in my after party outfit or whatever, and I got it blown up. I had it hung up on my wall, like right above like my dresser or whatever. So, and then I had an X right next to it, all of that other. I'm not knocking nobody, but like her side was given, she's just here, but she's not here for a long time, so there's no need for her to get comfortable, right? So at first, like, if that's what you want to do, mamas, cool, but I'm gonna make sure it gives over here, okay? No, we can't use this cap. Well, we just wasted a cap. That ears was not given. This cap too light. I don't like this cap. Oh, this is gonna be a long video, y'all. Long video. Boom. Okay. Moving day. My mother and her father like got to talking or whatever, blah blah blah, and all of that. Like, oh, cause you know, I was about to be roommates. High five. Out of my friends, I lived in a building by myself. My other two friends was neighbors. They lived right next door to each other in a building that was literally a few steps from mine. Like I would walk into their building or whatever, straight pathway down. At first, I was never really in my room. I was always going to their room. My first semester, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, I used to come home every single weekend. I used to make my father come pick me up. I just wasn't used to it and I was homesick. Like it just wasn't for me. Mind y'all, my dream school was VSU. Once I got to Lincoln, I'm like, yeah, this is far enough. Like where was I going? What are you doing? I used to come back to school every Sunday with a cooked meal for the rest of the week. Like it was good for the week. So my mother used to tell me like, yo, like share with her, like share your food or whatever. And I used to, like I wasn't on no timing like that. Like I didn't have no reason not to like the girl or whatever, blah 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 blah. So I was sharing my food with her. You know, you go to Walmart or whatever, you get like a place that's like this big. I used to split my plates in half, give her half, split my cups in half, give her half. About 2 cases of water, I didn't give her one. If I bought 1 case of water, I give her half my case of water. All of that other stuff. Boom, right? It was given roommate of the year and I would have got the award. That's what I'm saying. October is when she started getting like a little, whoa, what's going on? At first, we was calm. It was cool. Like we didn't really have any issues because I used to never be in my room. Like I was only in my room when I was going to sleep. Like I used to be in my friend's room till like 2 in the morning. Everybody going to bed. It's like, all right, let me walk back to my room now. Like, and around that time, niggas was still outside on the campus. Like it was good weather timing, so it's not even on time. Oh my god, I am walking the campus like this, like that. People was leaving their rooms to go to their links at that time, getting ready to take the walk of shame at 8 in the morning or whatever. Like, so that was nothing. Vibes started getting weird. It only started to get weird because I started getting sick. I don't really get sick, y'all, but when I get sick, it be bad. But I always be having a reason to get sick. Like, oh yeah, I'm sick because of this. Nah, y'all. And then these sickness wasn't regular sickness. Like the first time I got sick, I was in my bed. Like I didn't really know why I was sick. Like I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what happened to me. I just literally got sick out of nowhere. But it got so bad that your girl had to go to the hospital, right? So my grandmother drove up to the school. Was this that time? No, I think that was the second. Y'all, that's how crazy it is. I got sick so many times and had to go to the hospital so many times. So the first time I got sick, I didn't go to the hospital. I didn't know what it was or whatever, but I just knew like, yo, this is not it. Like something's not right or whatever. I was sick for like a week. Got over the sickness, but then it was still on some like, yo, bro, why did you get sick like that? Like, friends was really on some, bro, why was you like, bro, throwing up, like stomach hurting, couldn't walk. Like it was bad, y'all. Like it was really, really bad. So now, still not thinking nothing of it, on some like, just got sick, don't know what it was, don't know what happened or whatever. I'm still thinking me and this girl is cool. I'm still sharing my food and stuff with her. At the time, I didn't have a laptop or whatever. So when it came time for me to like have to do like my homework and stuff like that, or I was in the library till like 2 in the morning or whatever, some nights, 1 in the morning, making sure like, yeah, bro, damn, I gotta finish my homework now because I don't have a laptop. So I can't even lay in my bed or something, or like go to my room, finish my homework. She had a laptop or whatever. She never like offered, and that's you don't gotta offer or whatever, but bro, if I'm sharing my food and everything I have with you, the least you could do is offer something. I guess some people's just not raised that way. Let me just get to the nitty-gritty. Let me tell y'all where the story started to pick up. Okay, so the second time that I got sick, it was another random sickness. Like, don't know what was wrong with me. I remember I got up to go use the bathroom and I was dizzy. Went inside the bathroom. It was another girl that was in the bathroom at one of the sinks. So like I see, you know, hello, whatever. I go inside the bathroom and I fell, like just hit the floor before I even closed the stall door. So she seen me, and next thing you know, I woke up on the floor. Like, all I know is that I fell, and when I woke up, she was over me like screaming like, are you okay? Are you okay? Or whatever. I'm dazed, bro. I'm looking like, bro, how did I get on this floor? Like, how? She's like, yo, you just fell. You just passed out. Like, your eyes rolled back and you just fell. So I'm like, what the fuck? She walks me back to my room. So she tells my RA or whatever. So my RA or whatever knocked on my door and everything. But she knocked on my door after the fact. Like, when I was like already asleep by this time. So her knocking on my door, I'm a hard sleeper. I did not hear no knock on my door, no nothing. So apparently like the RA or whatever had like called my mom or like my grandmother or something like that, whatever. So my mother's calling my phone, my grandmother's calling my phone, and I'm sleeping. When I finally get up, like, I speak to everybody. So I'm telling my mother at first, and I'm like, yo, bro, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I don't feel right. Like, and it's the second time I'm like, bro, I don't like this feeling or whatever. Like, I just don't feel good. Like, something's wrong. I tell my friends or whatever, like, nah, bro, like, I'm going to the hospital. Like, it just, my stomach was hurting and I was throwing up just nothing. I couldn't taste nothing and I kept getting a headache. Yo, when I tell y'all it was bad, it was worse than anything I've ever even dealt with. And that was the only second time I got sick. I tell my RA, like, yo, can y'all call Puff for me or whatever? Like, I need to go to the hospital. Mind you, the hospital is right down the road from, like, our campus. My grandmother comes to the hospital and everything. They telling her, like, yo, they don't know, like, what's wrong with me at first, but they know this is not normal, but they don't know what is wrong. They telling me that they're gonna keep me. They kept me for like a week. My mother wound up leaving her trip early. She had to come from Vegas, fly to Brooklyn, get her car, then drive from Brooklyn to PA to come to the hospital or whatever. So when you get there, she's like, oh my God, like, just, you know, your child's in the hospital and you don't know why, and the doctors is not giving you no answers right now or whatever. Boom. So now it's like, she's on something like, bro, this is your second time getting sick like this. Like, yo, what is wrong? And at first, you know, people think, oh, it's like, you homesick that bad? Da, da, da. But it's like, no, bro, like, don't know what it is. Like, it can't be that. Something's just not right. Every time my mother, like, oh, visiting hours is about to be, like, done. So, like, somebody has to leave. Mind you, my father here now, my grandmother, and my mother. So now she's like, the doctor come in and the doctor's like, oh, visiting hours, only one person could stay. My mother's like, we don't live out here. Nobody's leaving. Like, it was a whole like big thing, whatever. My mother's like, no, nobody's leaving. Her father's in that chair. My mother's in that chair. And I'm going to be right here. And I'm going to, mind you, my mother slept in the bed next to me in the hospital bed. She's like, nobody in here is leaving. So y'all could do everything y'all want to do. But I'm letting y'all know right now, we're not going nowhere. Because where we going to go? She goes to school out here. None of us live out here. Where are we going? After that, come to find out, I had, I think, a kidney infection on some weird shit, like some weird random shit, like just buckeyes, like just don't even know. So they gave me stuff for it or whatever. I go back to school. So now it started to be like weird vibes. Around this time, it was the whole thing with the white girl who was doing like shit to her roommate. Remember, I don't know if y'all remember the story, but it was a black girl. She had a white roommate, and the white roommate was like doing shit to her stuff, like taking her toothbrush and putting it in Drano and using her like her facial products and everything that she be eating with and stuff to clean the room, clean the tubs, just a whole bunch, like just a whole bunch of stuff that I don't know how that story ended, but this was around the time where that roommate was messing with her roommate's stuff or whatever. So the second time I'm getting sick like this, it did raise question like, yo, like, you don't get like this. Like, you just started school and now you're getting sick like this. Like, what if it didn't come out like in an open circle, but it was a thought for niggas like, yo, like what if the roommate is doing shit to you? That was the second time I got sick, y'all. Third time I got sick, I'm just gonna skip to it. Third time I got sick, I didn't even go back to the hospital. I was by my school. My mother and my grandmother came to pick me up. We drove to Brooklyn, went to the hospital in Brooklyn, and they was on some like, yo, what happened to you? And I'm like, yo, bro, I don't know. They kept me for 3 days, and then I went home, got back to school or whatever. So Tia had 2 other friends. That was it. She only had 2 other friends. The only 2 other girls that would really be in the room. Around this time, I was like in a relationship or whatever. And that was one of my worst relationships. I told you I only had 3. But out of my 3, that was my worst relationship. The most toxic relationship in the world. And at the time, it didn't like seem toxic to me or whatever. He didn't seem controlling or whatever. But me being on campus and him being like at home and stuff, he always wanted me to stay in my room. And I'm not even gonna lie, some nights I did stay in my room or whatever, talk to him, blah, 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 blah. Miss out on parties and all of that on campus, blah, 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 blah. That's not the point though. So one night, I'm in my room and I didn't go to the party with my friends, right? So now her 2 friends is there, and I guess they always be in there, but I'm never really in my room unless I'm going to bed. So I wouldn't really like be seeing them like that. So I'm watching on my laptop or whatever. Like, mind you, I had TV. I used to share my TV with her, all of that. So I'm watching my TV. So she has her friends over or whatever. Blah, blah. Apparently, the young girl, one of her best friend, right? The best friend parents was coming to the campus the next day. You would think, okay, my best friend parents come the next day. Like, you wouldn't do nothing to like harm her. First of all, you wouldn't do nothing to harm your best friend in the first place. But she had bought her and the friend edible. The girl had never took an edible before. Tia telling her like, oh, now you're gonna be fine or whatever. Like, I had this one before. Like, it don't really do much. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I never seen an edible kicking so fast on that girl. Cause I guess it was her first one and she never took no edible before. So that was all like raw and new reaction for her. So now she gives the girl the bigger piece. Why this, bruh? All right, we gotta let that dry. We have to let that dry. So she gives the girl a big piece of the edible. I can't remember if it was like a Rice Krispie or cookie or something, but she gave the girl a big piece of the edible or whatever. Told her to eat all of it. She took a small piece. When I tell y'all, that girl started bugging out in my room. Like, I'm sitting with my back against the wall, like on my laptop, and I'm looking straight across at them, and I'm like, y'all know I'm talking in the chat. I'm texting in the chat like, yo, like, she's wild. She just gave her friend edible. Da, da, da. Parents come tomorrow. Girl bugging. Why would she do that? Da, 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 da. I'm minding my business, but I'm like, yo, if this girl start tripping, I'm gonna have to say something. Like, the girl started crying. She started giggling. She couldn't stay still. She got the jitters. She mad. Yo, it was literally everything all in one because this girl never had an edible before, right? So I'm like, yo, why would she do that to this girl? And her parents come tomorrow. I was on the 3rd floor and the girl was on the 2nd. So the girl was underneath us, like the direct room underneath us, but 1 door down or whatever. Time going on or whatever, Tia started like moving funny and everything. So I really like, I was peeping energy. Like, I stopped sharing with her. You give me one bad vibe and you're cut off. Stopped sharing with her. We barely was speaking or whatever. Probably a good 2 times me rushing out of the room for class, and I left my key in my room. And once the door's locked, you can only open it with a key. If the RA wasn't around, and I didn't want to keep like writing the RA or whatever, so I did text her like, oh hey, like, Tia, are you like around or are you out of class or whatever? I left my key in the room. Both 2 times, she never made it seem like it was no problem or like it was any issue. I didn't rush her, nothing. I'm like, okay, well, let me know when you get back to the room. I could go do this. I could go to my friend room, go to the caf. I could go do something else until you're ready. Like, and if I got another class, I think I go right to my other class. Like, I don't really need to go to the room. Like, it's just the fact that I left my key. So we moving in around November, right? I hate peanut butter. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way it tastes. I don't like the way it smells. Nothing. It was multiple times that this girl had our room smelling like peanut butter. Oh my, yo, when I mean, that was my worst. And I used to be so pissed. I used to come in my room spraying Febreze and perfume and all this other stuff on. So I'm like, bro, why does my room smell like this? Like, there's no reason why my room should be smelling like peanut butter. She would sit at her desk and eat her peanut butter with a spoon. I don't know why. It's not normal. If you eat peanut butter, you are not normal, and I don't care. Don't argue with me, argue with your mother. Like, don't, I hate it. I hate it there and would always hate it there. Like, I wouldn't even want nobody in my room because I hated the smell so freaking bad, y'all. Around Thanksgiving break or whatever is when I became single because my relationship was too toxic and it just was not working, and he couldn't deal with me being away at school and him being home or whatever. It was too much accusing going on. Like, it was just no trust there, and I wasn't dealing with that. I didn't have to deal with that. So around the time, me being single, even if you want like a little friend or something over a little link, I can't bring nobody to my room because it smells like peanut butter in here. It stinks. Who's gonna come to my room and it smells like peanut butter? Every time I want somebody to come to my room, whatever, I go, oh, just watch out for the smell. Oh, ignore the smell. Oh, it smells like peanut butter. Oh, beware. No. After the whole peanut butter thing, she was going to my RA and telling them things about me, basically to get me put out of our room, right? So she told the RA that, oh, I do this, I always have my friends there, I'm always so loud, and I never clean, and I never do this, and I'm inconsiderate, and she was basically saying anything just to have me put out of the room so she could move her best friend in. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh. Ciroc Summer Citrus, go buy it. That's bomb. And at first I didn't know, but I kept trying to figure out and wonder. Like, the RA kept asking me like, oh, so like, how are you? How are you and your roommate or whatever? Or like, how's the room? Are y'all good? And I used to be like, what do you mean? Little did I know, she was getting a whole story, a whole plot. Not bad. On campus, it was this thing, I can't remember the name of it, but it was basically like a little sister circle or whatever. Like, if y'all know what sister circle is, then y'all will understand. Oh, it was called Big Sister Little Sister. I think that's what it was. That's exactly what it was. It was called Big Sister Little Sister. Big Sister Little, they was doing a trip or whatever. So two of my friends, my two friends that I had or whatever, the only friends I really had at the time, like, it was really just us three and that was it. So they were in Big Sister Little Sister or whatever, and they was doing a trip. They went to a trampoline place, and then we all went to Fridays. It was another girl that we knew that we went to high school with or whatever. So me and my friends or whatever, we talking about Tia. So the girl, she's sitting in front of us, she overhears us. So she's like, oh, you're Tia's roommate. So I'm looking at her like, what? What you mean I'm Tia's roommate? She like, oh, Tia best friend is my roommate. Tia be in my room talking about you all the time, but I didn't know you was the roommate or whatever. So I'm like, what? She like, yeah, she comes in my room all the time and she's talking about you at first. Because, you know, you can never really believe he say, she say, whatever, but this is where she got me at. She's like, oh, she say how you always have your friends over. So while she's telling me, I'm looking at my man's like, bro, y'all know we don't be in my room. I don't even be in my room. Like, I only go to my room to sleep. And it's sad that it's sad. Like, I can't even chill out in my own room, bro. So now it's like, what? So she like, oh, you always have your friend over. You're always so loud. You think you so cute with your poster on the wall. I said, whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Big, back up. That's where she caught me. Cause mamas, you never been in my room. We're not even cool like that for you to even come visit me. So how would you know I have a poster of me on my wall unless Shorty was really in your room talking about me and my poster on my wall. Like, wow. So she like, oh, how you don't change your bed sheets and you're stingy and rude and you got an attitude going on. Tia best friend name is gonna be Lonnie. So after she's telling me all that like Tia was saying about me, she like, oh, because her and Lonnie had got into a fight about a fan, like rotating fans or whatever, like the ones that stand up on their own. Y'all get what I'm saying? Why am I still trying to explain? So she said they got into a fight about the fan, and then she was on the phone with Lonnie parents, and her and Lonnie parents was arguing, and she's on some like, no, like your daughter is going to pay for my fan or whatever. She like, oh, how? Because Lonnie grew balls because her parents was on the phone, so she started getting disrespectful with Lonnie and her parents, and she was like, I did not care, like somebody's gonna give me back my money because their daughter broke my fan, which is understandable. Like, what are you really saying to me and your daughter broke my stuff? There's nothing you can say to me unless you ask me how much it cost. So that means Lonnie and Tia plotting with each other, because Tia want to get me out to get Lonnie put in, or Lonnie want to get you put out to get Tia moved in. After I basically spoke to Lonnie's roommate, I'm on some like, okay, you think you slick, let me show you how to play this game real quick. Like, let me school you, let me show you what you're really supposed to be doing. So you know how you start to peep that somebody like giving you a weird vibe, so you really start bugging them, you're trying to talk to them about anything, like, oh, it was nice outside today, right? That's what Tia started doing, like trying to have a conversation with little and anything. When I mean, you would have thought I was living in that room by myself, because now at this point I was always in my room. Now I'm always listening to music. I got the TV. I'm doing me in my room. I'm not about to keep leaving my room to go to my friend's room because I don't feel comfortable in my own room. Oh no, mamas, I'm about to make you feel uncomfortable. I'm about to make you feel uncomfortable. Shimmy. So now I remember it was one day, right? I think it was something that was going on campus, and at this time I already started going to the RC on some, I need to find a new room. Like by January I need to be in a new room. I don't want to be in there with her. I don't trust her. Like, I feel like she was the reason I was getting sick. I got sick 3 times, went to the hospital 3 times. I'm believing she was touching my stuff. Like, something just don't seem right. I don't trust her. She's sitting there running to the RA, telling the RA lies. She talking about me in other people's rooms. Got people telling people what's going on in my room about my stuff. Like, I cannot trust her at all. So now, it was already in the process that, oh yeah, and the RC fucked with me. Like, so it was on some, oh yeah, mamas, you trying so hard to get me out, you going to the wrong people. You don't really know nobody. I'm leaving the room because I want to, and I'm gonna get a better room, and I'm gonna leave you right here in this hole. Like, that's where you're gonna stay, right here in this hole. It's one day I'm already in the room, right? She wasn't even in the room yet. I'm getting dressed to go out. She comes in, she's still, hey Zayla. Ignored her. So she comes into the room or whatever, do the whole, hey, oh, this glue broke or something. Like, she comes into the room, do the whole hi Zayla, ignored her again, like, don't talk to me. So now I'm like, now I'm gonna question you when I want to question you. So he's sitting there. So I'm doing my makeup, I'm damn near almost dressed, like about to leave out. So I'm like, oh yeah, Tia, one last thing. I'm like, you was in Lonnie's room talking about me? She's like, what? I would never, no. I'm like, don't even lie, because Lonnie's roommate told me already. I already spoke to her. Yeah, little did you know, I know Lonnie's roommate. I went to school with her, and come to find out, you have a lot to say about me. I'm like, I don't wash my sheets? Mamas, you know that's a lie. I have different color sheets on my bed every time you look at my bed. Like, I was color coordinated, bro. If I changed my sheets, I changed the decoration on my wall. I had gray, I had black, I had blue, I had pink, I had colors. Like, my mother set me up gooch, bro. Closet was stocked. Sheets, comforter, pillowcases, everything was stocked. Like, that's why I'm like, one thing you will not ever do is try to come out your mouth and call me dirty. Like, is that what you're doing? So she's looking at me like, no. I'm like, yo, Tia, please stop. Like, just stop. I know you're lying already. I know you sitting here telling the RA lies so you could get Lonnie to come move in here. Don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm like, that's what you want? You want your best friend to live in here with you? She's like, no,
I can bring her in here right now.
So I'm like, oh, so you think I'm a fall for you bringing Lonnie in here and for you to ask her questions so she won't lie for you because that's your best friend? Because best believe I'm lying for my best friend. So of course your best friend's gonna lie for you. She's like, no, she don't even know we're having this conversation. I'm like, bro, stop it. Like, who you think you're talking to? Who do you really think you're talking to? Like, I'm not 5. I know the game, bro. Like, chill out, basically. Like, really just chill out, right? So now she looked like she's seen a ghost. So I'm like, nah, like you had a lot to say when you was in Lonnie's room. Like, why you can't just say it to my face and just tell me? Like, you wanna talk about keeping it real? I'm like, okay, I'll go first. I'm like, I used to like you. I don't anymore because you're really, really sneaky. You're not who you portray to be. You let people think that, like, oh my God, she's so nice. I would feel bad for her if this, that, and that. But you're really evil and spiteful. Like, oh, and I'm like, oh, and did I say sneaky already? Because that's what you are. And I'm like, first of all, like, I seen the way you are with your friends. So of course you would have no care towards a stranger. Like, you barely even act like you care to your friends. So why am I not surprised? So she's like,
no, Zayla, I don't know where you're getting these from.
I said, bro, I just told you. Lonnie's roommate. I know her. She told me everything you said. I think I'm all that because my poster on the wall and all of that other stuff. Like, what's the issue? Like, mind y'all, her side on the little desk, she had nothing up, but she had a Bible and some Bible scripture poster or whatever. So I'm like, if we want to talk about stuff we don't like, because then I don't like the way you move. I don't like the way every time I come up into my own room, it smells like peanut butter. And I hate the smell of peanut butter. Like, you're just not it. Like, you are not what I thought it was giving. Like, so she no, that's not. I said, bro, stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. Now stop talking to me. Because now you're lying for no apparent reason. When, bro, I'm coming to you with the facts. Why is it foreign to you? Like, why are you acting like you don't know what I'm talking about when you did not say this? When, bro, you said all of this. So now I'm telling her, I'm like, don't even worry. I'm like, oh, you see me starting to pack? Because I'm leaving. I'm not staying in this room with you. I don't trust you or whatever. I don't want you around my stuff no more. Like, you just give me bad vibes and bad energy or whatever. Like, she's like,
but I just don't want there to be any hard feelings between you.
But I just don't want. So you was talking about me, and now I found out, and now you don't want hard feelings? No, mama, don't you ever speak to me on this campus again. It'll be a cold day in hell for you to speak to me and I speak back. You out your rabbit mind. Like, out your rabbit mind, y'all. This girl was nuts. So now, the fact that I already had, like, spoke to the RC about, like, leaving my room and getting a new room, of course it worked, because why wouldn't it? Like, I took the right measures, like, on some. So it actually. Oh I just burned the hell out of my finger. Oh my God. Oh, this is going to hurt in the morning. Wow. Okay. But yeah, so the fact that I already went to the RC prior on some, like, yo, get me out this room, please and thank you, immediately, no hesitation, get me out of here. And that's what happened. Turns out it was an opening in the dorm that my friends was in, which is right across from me, the dorm that I was always in religiously, on their second floor. I gotta go get a wrap because I don't know what's going on. And now I'm a double bandit. Double bandit. Cause I need this to lay. We never had these type of issues with the frontals. It's cause I'm talking and not really paying attention. That's what it is. I'm running my mouth too much. It was like right before we was leaving for like winter break or whatever. I moved my stuff so fast. Like I wouldn't really say talking, but I had somebody that was on the basketball team or whatever. And then like me and my friends was cool with the rest of the basketball players and stuff. So I'm like, yo, I need y'all. Like, I need you and your friends. I need y'all to help me move from here to here. All my stuff is packed already. Like, just be here by this time. Like, we don't even need no car. We just got to walk it from here to here. Boom. And they came. I had the basketball team helping me move my stuff and cleared out the room. Like, while she was in there, too. Like, I'm like, yeah, can't wait to get up out of here because just got to go. Like, it's just not given. They had my refrigerator, they had my TV, my treasure chest full of clothes, my big bag. Like, yo, they came through for me. Came through. Like, I was on some, yo, I gotta get out of this room and I gotta get out of here now. Like, the longer I be in here, the more my skin is gonna itch, basically. And can't take it. I can't do it. Can't be in here no more. I ain't coming back over here no more. No more. I ain't coming back over here no more. So once I moved out and I moved into my second room with my second roommate, when I mean she was the freaking best. Like, shout out to you, period. She was from Philly and that's my bitch. To this day, we still talk. Got each other on close friends and all of that. We still cool. Like that's the guy or whatever. But after her, I knew I'm like, I could never do a roommate again. I would not have no roommate again. Like, I just couldn't. Like, I went from, crazy part is, so listen to the rest of this is how my Lincoln life went with roommates and stuff, right? So after the roommate from hell, that's what the title is going to be. Story time, my roommate from hell. So after the roommate from hell, I had my second roommate, which freaking loved her, as I just said. She was literally the best. We had no issues, no problem. We chit-chat, we talked, we laughed, put each other on, talked about shows. Her friend was in the room, I'm partying with her. My friend is in the room, she partying with her. It was literally great vibes. Basically the life that you would want with a college roommate. Sophomore year or whatever, I didn't even have a room, y'all. I stayed in one of my friend's rooms, so I was known as a squatter because they took my room from me and then tried to be on some, oh, it was late for registering, but I was fully in classes. Like, so how y'all gonna let me register for my classes but then take my room from me? Oh, they didn't know if I was coming back and if I was gonna be a full-time student. Bro, I have a full schedule. My mother wasn't having it. I was not getting sent back home, wasn't coming home, nothing. So I stayed basically the whole, first of all, I missed like 2 weeks of school, sophomore year. First 2 weeks, I missed it. On some like, it was before classes started. It was like, not how everybody come in for welcome back week or whatever. I wasn't there for that. Like, I wasn't there for that. So it took a minute for when I came back to the school to get everything situated, and they was still on some, nah, like, room for you is clipped, or it really is no room on the campus or whatever, That's when I was decided that's when one of my friends actually, she pulled through. She pulled through it, and I wound up staying with her for the semester. So as the first semester was coming to an end, I went to the student director, like, I need a room or whatever. So he's like, oh, so you've been on this campus for a whole semester and you didn't have a room? I'm like, nope, sure didn't. He's like, oh, so you were squatting? I'm like, yep, sure was. Like, ain't even no need to lie to you now. Because if I say no and you ask me where I was staying, what I'm going to tell you? I was a commute? No. Yeah, I was squatting. So he's like, you know, I would have to charge you for this semester. I'm like, sir, and you do that and my mother's not paying. So then we're gonna have another issue. Cause my mother, y'all the reason why I had to squat. And y'all the reason why I had to freaking stay with somebody else. And y'all the reason why I didn't have a room, da 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 da. So you think that you about to bill my mother for a room and board for a room that I didn't even have of my own? Yeah, good luck trying to get her to pay that, because she's not paying that. He like, no, but you know it is protocol and it is the rules that I said. It could be the rules and the protocol, but I'm telling you, my mother rules and protocol, she's not paying that. Like, so he's like, oh, okay, then he like come back to me probably I think the week after or whatever, and like I'll see what I can do and stuff like that to get me in a room. So I wound up getting in a room, the same building that I was in my freshman year, the first semester with the roommate from HELLL. So and around this time, remember, once again, it was winter break. So I went to go visit the room because they gave me my key and stuff like that. And they was on some like, this is going to be your room or whatever. Blah, blah, blah. So I had went to the room of one of my friends just to go like see it, to see like the setup or whatever. So it was a roommate in there at the time, but I'm thinking she's packing because we about to leave for winter break and stuff like that. So now it's on some like, all right, calm, could be in here again. Really didn't want another roommate, but hi, nice to meet you, blah, 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 blah. So by the time I had my stuff all moved in or whatever, the roommate was gone. But I'm thinking she's gone because of winter break. I come back in January and I got the room to myself. I'm switching this bitch around. We about to get real crafty in here. Like, I'm putting the beds together. All from January to April, I had the room to myself. Junior year come. Once again, another issue with rooming and board or whatever. I got to school on my birthday, September 4th. I moved into campus because they finally gave me a room. But then they put me in a triple with 2 other bitches, bro. Yo, that, quick story time about that. So the 2 girls or whatever, I guess they knew each other or whatever, and I was the middle bed. Mind you, I had moved in on my birthday. It was like 1 in the morning when I moved in or whatever. Got the key for the room. So they didn't think that they was getting a roommate or whatever. So one of the girl, all her stuff was like on the bed and in my closet and stuff. So me and my father, we moving my stuff in, coming up and down the stairs with my suitcases and my TV and all of that. And I'm like, sorry y'all, but I know y'all probably sleep, but I gotta turn this light on because I'm moving in. So at the time, it wasn't really no big deal, but I could tell, like, and they was on, why would they move somebody in at some 1 in the morning or whatever, da 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 da. They told me at the last minute, they was on some, yo, if you get here, if you get to campus right now, then you can have a room. So what did me and my father do? Hopped on that road to get me a room. Like, that's just it. Then it was on some, I was in a triple and I'm like, yo, bro, I can't stay in the triple. One of the girls I did start like having a little problem with, like she wasn't my vibe. Like we was cool at first, but then we started bumping heads with everything, and she was real flip-floppy. Like, she'll do something and then act like nothing even happened and then be cool again, and I just couldn't. So like, I had stopped speaking to her. I went to the same RC that I went to get me out of my first room. So I went to her like, nah, bro, I can't stay in no triple. I could barely even do 1 roommate. Y'all want me to do 2? Can't. So the RC showed me another room on something like, yo, we have this room in another building over here. It's the size of a single, but it's a double, whatever. You don't have to have, you're not gonna have another roommate, whatever. We could take 2, we could take one of the beds out, or you could keep both beds and like just put them together, use it for yourself or whatever. So I'm like, at first I'm like, oh, I don't care, I'll take it. So the girl tried to make it seem like, oh, she offered that room to me first and I told her no because da, da, da. Come to find out, she was lying. The room was never offered to her. Like, why is you, like, I'm like, well, I went to go see the room and I'm taking it because I'm moving out. I had went home, I think, for like a weekend or whatever. Then when I came back, I went to RC like, yo, I'm ready to move. I'm ready to move in. Moved into the room or whatever. The room didn't have no dressers, no desk, no nothing. So I was waiting. I was living out of my bags, bro, for like mad long, for a minute. I was living out of my bags. Probably like a good month I was living out of my bags. And I'm on some no, this not. So I kept calling them. So then Plant Life or whoever them damn people was called, they wound up coming or whatever. So let's see how this look, y'all. They wound up coming. They brought me 2 dresses and a drawer or whatever. Blah, 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 blah. All that other stuff. Okay, okay. Okay. My new room, man, well, I was fire. My room was the party spot, like single. I was having sleepovers, like second semester started, I was in there, and then that's when we got kicked out of school in March. And it was on something like, damn, I really wanted to switch it around for this semester. Like I was feeling it or whatever. Like we was really about to have a ball for this semester. Okay guys, I am back and my hair is finished and finessed. Okay, this I don't even know what was the last thing you guys seen, because I really just had to let go and let God, because I don't know what was going on. It was like I don't know. First of all, I can't get that TikTok out of my head. That's one. But it came through, okay? Period. Okay? Let them know that Zero finessed you. Period. When I mean I'm obsessed with this hair. I never had deep wave hair with color in it. Like this is, ooh. And I really finessed it. Like, give you one of these on a, It's like 6:30 in the morning, and I have to get going because I have 2 makeup lines today. So I got to go. I was shocked because I didn't think it was gonna come out like this. I thought it was gonna be worse. I didn't think you guys was gonna be seeing this video. It was given story time part 2, reinstall of another wig, because I didn't know how this was coming out. But I finessed this, bleached it perfect, plucked it perfect. What? Like, we have come to the end of this video. You guys already know what I'm about to say. I want you guys to like, comment, share, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I hope you guys enjoyed this story time of college roommate from hell plus install, okay? Because it's given. It's the natural face for me. Period. It's the natural face for me. Let me know if y'all had some roommates from hell or whatever, because I want to hear y'all stories. I feel like it was some things that I missed in this story time, but y'all got the gist of it. And to this day, mamas, I don't like you. Period. Whatever. Yes, you guys, it's your girl Zero, and I'm out. Later.